How are you guys doing? This is Prophet Gun, the attorney. Prophet Gun, the attorney. I want to talk about the Nigerian election that happened. Now, a lot of you guys, if you have been following the Nigerian election, it's been a series of ups and downs. But today, INEC announced Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the 2023 Nigerian Presidential Election. Of course, it is with a lot of controversy. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the freeness and fairness of the election. There's been accusations of massive vote rigging by the ruling party, APC. So to this topic now is that, was the election really free and fair? Was it free and fair? First of all, the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, promised a highly technological election. They spent billions of dollars. They deployed the bimodal voter accreditation system, also known as BVAS. The BVAS was supposed to stop fraudulent voting. Each voter was supposed to be authenticated with facial recognition technology and or fingerprint technology. And the results were supposed to be counted at the end of the election for that day and uploaded to the INEC server at the end of the polling station. At the end of the day at the polling station. We know that did not happen. Rather, INEC claimed that they had technical glitches with their servers. Again, if you have billions of dollars to spend, which you spent, you had years of planning. The INEC chairman promised Nigerians and the world that results will be counted and uploaded to the INEC servers the same day. We know that did not happen. So how can you call this a free and fair election? Because without transparency, you are going to create doubt in the results of any election in Nigeria, even if there were no rigging. Let's even assume there was no rigging. However, when you have a situation where INEC did not explain the technical glitches that happened, they didn't upload the results at the same day as promised. Up to now, I don't even think the results have been uploaded. This is like 5 days. Why is there a substantial delay between the time the votes were counted and the time they were uploaded to the INEC server? And you have folks from the political parties who have come together and said that, hey, the results they had at the polling stations do not match what was uploaded. When people want to do malicious things, they like to do it under the cover of darkness. Most people who engage in stealing, fraud, do not like to do those things under the cover of transparency and light. Let's just keep it real. Let's call a spade a spade. If INEC wanted a transparent election, they could have had a transparent election. With all the money, all the technology we have in 2023. For real, INEC? That's the best you can do? I saw people writing results of elections on paper like 1960, 1950. This is foolishness. This was an opportunity to show the world that you could conduct free and fair elections. And why don't they have electronic voting like they have in the United States here, where you vote electronically, the results are sent through an encrypted server using all kinds of technology, maybe blockchain technology. There's a paper copy scanned and tabulated. So you have the electronic version, You have a scanned version that's uploaded into a server in real time, and you have the paper version. So there's multiple layers. This would disincentivize people who grab ballot boxes. The ballot boxes should not be the only way to capture the votes of the people. That is inherently flawed because you have people driving out there grabbing ballot boxes. If those people knew that the results were electronically sent to a server and it's also scanned to a different server, secured servers, and there's a paper trail, they're less likely to grab the ballot boxes. It's just like if somebody scans something and uploads it to a cloud and you lose the paper version. You don't care about the paper version because you have a backed up copy. So he's going to disincentivize all those ballot box snatchers, people who burn ballot boxes. And there were so many polling stations where the poll workers arrived late. So a lot of people waited in line for so long, and a lot of people left, so they couldn't vote. This is crazy. As a prophet, I'm appalled. I'm appalled by the election that was conducted. I can't really call it a free and fair election because there's no transparency. And because the results were not uploaded on the same day, and because they were resorting to handwriting results. And another thing that I observed was when the state coalition officers came to Abuja and announced the results of their state, the INEC chairman will ask them and say, hey, after they announce the results, the collated results of their state, the INEC chairman will ask them, hey, were there any polling booths or polling locations that was not counted in your total vote count? And they will say yes. Then the INEC chairman will ask them, give the reasons. And they will say overvoting. Or they will say things like, some ballot boxes were taken by thugs or hooligans. And the first thing is that they trivialized overvoting like it was as if it was nothing. They trivialized ballot snatching as if it was nothing. The only thing they had to explain to the INEC chairman was that, okay, we did not factor it into our total count of the votes. But a lot of those people whose votes did not count were disenfranchised. And how can you tell me that your technology worked? Your bimodal voter accreditation system worked. A system that's supposed to authenticate each voter. How can you tell me it worked if you have overvoting at multiple places, widespread overvoting at so many polling locations? Isn't the purpose of the BVAS technology designed to prevent multiple voting? So you have billions of dollars deployed, all this technology, yet you had incidents of multiple voting, overvoting, shall I say? Yeah, you cannot upload this into servers. And I can't buy the excuse of INEC when they said that the reason the servers did not work was because there was an overload, that there was an unusual number of demand, and they had spokesperson who compared the demand to the IMEX server to the demand that you had to the Obamacare website when it launched. The difference is that when the Obamacare website launched, they could not predict the amount of people that would log in at that website at the time. But with respect to the INEC servers uploading the results of the election to the INEC servers on the date of the post, you could predict the amount of people that would log onto it because it was only the polling officers or the polling agents who could access the server and upload them. So you would not have an unusual amount of demand because you know the exact or an approximate number of people who are going to log into the INEC servers because the back end is only for the poll workers to upload results. Let me know what you guys think, whether you feel like the results was fair. Please subscribe. I'm going to be dropping more opinion about this election and other more stuff. I'm going to be talking about suggestions as to what to do in the future. to prevent this from happening again, what the youths can do going forward, the obedience, the articulated people. I'll be talking about that more. Please subscribe, share this video, and let me know what you feel in the comments. I'll really appreciate that. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm going to be dropping more Nigerian content. I have another channel. I dropped the link in the description. Please subscribe to both channels. I love you guys. Keep up the fight. Keep up the faith. All hope is not lost. A free, fair, and great Nigeria is still possible. Salute.